Try to get everything set up here. Having a little bit of issues. Trying to get things set up and for the coyote call, everything. I'm gonna try something tonight. Don't know if it's gonna work, but I'm gonna give it a try anyway. Just don't know if this is gonna work out the way I want it to. I can't jiggle it too much or anything like that. Cause I got a speaker hanging off my phone to charge up. Here, let's try to get it all set up here. I'll see one person showed up here. We're trying to get things lined out. That picture look okay right there? Let's see. Just better load up the coyote rifle. Look, lady, what's going on? I had issues with the last one. Hit the wrong button and it went. Didn't like what I wanted. I wanted to go horizontal and well, it happened. Got me a little short nickel plated little Henry bolt action pull tab to cock. Bought it many years ago. It's short. Put it in the coveralls, or my bibs rather, when I was out coon hunting. And it's real lightweight. Makes a great little gun for that. What you see on the ground out there is what was there yesterday when I put it all out. Hey Rustic, welcome in, buddy. So that deer looking up on the hill and winding and took off the other night told me that they had to be a coyote there. We didn't get nothing on camera last night. There wasn't even a deer there. So the coyote must be up on the hill. There she is. Don't know what's going on. That's why that 8-point buck was the big one was been gone probably because he got chased out of here and he just found his way back. Think I got my stomach all lined out now. It ain't happening no more, so which is a good thing. Man, I swear it looks like a picture is not real clear. The wind is clean. Huh. Maybe it's just this one. Maybe it's me. Decent day out today. Wind's blowing though. It didn't start doing that until after I got in here and started setting up. Got 5 great people in here. Appreciate everybody coming in. Got up, started cooking. Ain't really stopped much till now. Cut up some chicken breast, put it on. You're gonna do that live. Cut up some chicken, cooked it a little bit, seared it in butter, real butter. And Chrissy's gonna make some chicken noodles with it. Lunchtime I had some ribs. I'll probably eat some more ribs later. I don't know. They also make pretty decent breakfast too. Made some mashed potatoes, cornbread, fried bread. So I'm set for a couple days anyway. Dog absolutely went nuts over the call. I got one of the older phones that just ain't wanting to charge up right. And I got a Bluetooth speaker I'm gonna set outside the window and do the calling with. No, I ain't got no headset. I don't even know how to get people up on panel on here. I didn't think it'd be worth putting in because I'm on YouTube and I can't hear nothing on there anyway. But I guess the mic would still work. I don't know. Yeah, later this year I'll try to get a actual headset like John Oiler's got. It seemed like it was pretty decent. But I don't know. I know a boy on there has a headset for that game. For driving the truck. When you turn your head, it turns your head in the truck. And I looked up that headset. It was $100 and some. I said, "Whew, ain't no way I can afford that right now." But it was kind of cool. It works off your head movement and stuff. Got a microphone and all that built in it. It seemed pretty decent. I about cooked my pork knuckle on my knee last night. With this heater. Since if Chrissy wants to come out, I'll bring the other buddy heater out and hook it up and get it warm for her, and she can sit out here and hunt too. Can't believe that wind's blowing like that. I see a bunch of grapevines I'm gonna have to. I don't know how to do that. I'm afraid of messing the live up. If I turn the do not disturb on and she wants to go to message me out here, I wouldn't know it. I can read part of the message when it pops up. I'll figure it out by the next live. I really do think that coyote's back. And where she's been walking around out there, the dog, I wouldn't know if it was hers or the coyote's. tomorrow it's supposed to be a decent day. I'll probably go out there and grab my chainsaw and bring it in the house and let it warm up and try to get it running again. If I had the money, I'd take it over to the shop. I got some air coming in from somewhere. But I figured I'd come out and go live for a little while. Maybe do some calling. This phone never charges up. Appreciate it. Thank you, Rustic. Hey, Curtis. Welcome in. So I figure if they didn't show up last night and the coyotes out of here, they should come in earlier. That's what I'm figuring, but I could be wrong. I don't know. What do you mean different? Ain't nothing really changed other than I'm vertical. I don't know why to zoom it in. Ain't nothing really different. It looks the same to me. I mean, more like that. No, I know what look lady's saying better. Come on, sit up there. He's won that hillside shot. I know what he's won. I can't get no closer to the window. change nothing. Right here to the right in there. Yeah, this is the camera right here. That's the top of it. Mr. Mike, little brother. Yeah, that on the right there is, on the left is the window over here. That's the window you're seeing. Let's see if I can get it any better. At least you can see part of the hill now. Oh, come on. It's sitting down in 2 notches, well, the strip of wood there. It is. If I go over any more, let me try something here. Whoa. Yeah, it's not too bad, Mike, other than the wind blowing. Yeah, it's setting, the end of the bottom of the phone is right on the edge of the clamp. NJ, buddy, what's going on? Yeah, we made some sausage up, brother. It was good. Now that I know a little bit on how to make some shorts up, I can go back through my videos of hunting and make some shorts. But it will be nice to see one come in tonight. Oh, no wonder I'm getting wind. The door's open. Back here. About 2 inches. Oh. Start doing that, I'm gonna have to put a string on here and wrap it around a screw or something other. Oh, there we go. Yeah, NJ, I got a short of that deer getting hit. To me, it was a bad lick. I shot back too far a pool, but I ain't hunted in a couple years, so, and ain't done no shooting in a while. Normally, I'm out here, I spend probably an hour shooting sometimes before season, but usually I only pull the trigger about 3 or 4 times just to make sure that it's set. You know, some people can't handle the side of it. I'm just amazed on how where I hit it and where it come out. It should have broke the arrow, but it didn't. I'll probably take and put that arrow on the rack when I get it done. I gotta take time and skin the skull out and all that. Yeah, it took a hard left and up, but it did what I needed it to do. It didn't go but about 40 yards. If it went that. Ashley, welcome in. I'll tell you what. I'll show you. Where do you at? There's a clump of trees right over there. That's where he went. That ain't too far. Daggone wind's kicking up. Sit back down here and get everything set again. J&J, welcome in, buddy. Good to see you. Yeah. Having a feeling this wind's blowing in that other storm. I ain't watched the weather, but last time I watched Ryan Hall, he said around the 28th we'll have another one blow in. So we're gonna have a couple warm days, and then we're gonna get it again. Hopefully they get the propane out here before it does. I want to start cutting them back. Got 9 great people in here. 7 thumbs up. Appreciate y'all coming in. You never know what might be on this channel. Next live, it might be working on a motor. You don't know. Once my buddy comes over and finishes, oh, it was? I didn't know. Once my buddy gets feeling better and gets a little time, he's coming over to finish up the canopy over the sink, and then I can put the tile down and all that, and we can get to doing a little bit of cooking videos. I think I'll order me some of that clear plastic tabletop covers from T-Moon. Sand down the table real good, burn it, and then polyurethane it, make all the wood grain pop through it, and then use that for a cover. That way, whatever she's cooking there, it don't get on the table, and don't have to scrub to get it off, and take off all the polyurethane and stain or burn, whatever we decide to use. Well, that's about $400 worth of propane that got delivered then. Now y'all watch. If deer come in, I put a picture of Dominic Hollis out there underneath that corn. When they eat down to that corn and get to that picture, they see that, it was guaranteed for the deer just to fall over laughing because I put the name on there. The greatest catfishing big dog there is. And they dig down and read that, they're going to die laughing out there, so I won't have to shoot. Hopefully, if everything goes right, I'll get to fish with that little sucker this year. I'd like to get down there and do some skipjacking with Rusty. I can walk a little bit now. Just gotta take my time. Get built back up. Gardening comes in here, man. I'm gonna be doing a lot of walking with that tiller. Heck on, man, this heater is getting warm. That kneecap will be cooked by tomorrow. I got the smell of 3-in-1 oil on my hands from my gun. Should have set me up a pot can out there and shot it. See if the gun sighted in. I knocked it over a couple times, but I can hit a coyote. I'm sure. Get me a small motor and some cord and put out there. I ain't got no scope on it. It's got the old sights on it. Got them little glow pins on it when the light hits it, green and red. It's antlerless now, Terry. Anything that ain't got antlers, fair game. I can't see it. There it is. Little red on the main tip sight. And got 2 green dots on the back. It's a little old Henry. You can't see the green ones. But it's nickel plated. It's real short. That daggone thing's only about 36 inches long. The whole entire gun. It's a bad little gun. I love it. Back when I was walking, felt like 10 mile. I can shove that across my bibs, but I can be hands free. I can walk. I bought it over in Lancaster at a little bitty gun shop back in a little cubby hole there on, I think it was Sixth Avenue or 6th Street. Old boy's out of business now. I bought it and a brick of shells. Little sucker wasn't cheap, I can tell you that, but it was, for the price I paid, I didn't have to pack the weight. I'd like to get me a Magnum, but I'd rather have a 357 Golden Boy. Lever action. I think that one will shoot a 44 too, I'm not sure. But I can't see paying $800 and some for a gun just because I want it. I'd like to have one of them RC 10 cars. They cost about $800 too, but I ain't got that kind of cash. I always like to get two of them for me and the grandson so we can go to races and stuff. Got 14 great people and I appreciate everybody coming in. 9 thumbs up. Yeah, them's nice too. Them ain't cheap either. I think them little 22s was around $400 and some. Jimmy James, welcome in, brother. I actually thought about making me a crossbow out of a set of car springs. Man, you imagine what kind of rebarb you can shoot through that? You can definitely knock a deer clear off his feet with that one. Use a winch to cock it. I sit around, I come up with some crazy thoughts when it comes to building something. And sometimes they work. I think my compound in there, I think it's 70. This crossbow's 150. A 200 would be a good hard pull to cock. But I'd say I could do it. I bet I can draw in a big old buck if I throw that out there. Nice big old piece of cornbread. Wow, really? Since Curtis is in here, I'm going to tell this. If I go hunting for Eric, only thing I need is a box of those. You just lay them out and he'll come up through there, boy, just getting it. Use Reese's Pieces for Curtis. Or M&M's rather. I can't say nothing, man. I used to love Pop-Tarts and all that, but I really don't care where I have them or not. They don't put no energy into you that'll last. The only reason I got this is berry. Okie doke. But it looks good. Of course it is. I'm a meat connoisseur. I know how to fix it. Y'all know I ain't that old. Jimmy James wants to know what you fixed. The chicken was seared in butter. Real butter, not that bowl stuff. I would, but you know, anything that sets is always better later because, like Jerry Clary said, it's homogenizing. It blends together. You get all the seasonings and the taste. It all comes together. It's like chili. The next day, it's even better. I'm throwing out a big old thing of soup beans in there I have froze. brought that cornbread out here in case I'm out here past medication time. And that Pop-Tart put something on my stomach. I'm not in the best of health, but I can tell you that I won't give up. Curtis will tell you that. I don't stop. I ate the Pop-Tart because I had the coffee sitting here. It was okay, but it needs more fruit. Hey, I took a burrito, one of the small little bitty burritos. I put me a couple tablespoons of peaches in it, and I sprinkled sugar on top of it and stirred it up, rolled it up, closed it up real good, and flipped it over and laid it down in the pan and browned that one side. That way it would seal it. I toasted that burrito, and it was almost like one of them fruit pies you get from Taco Bell and all them. It just wasn't deep fried. And it didn't have the cinnamon on it. But I just wanted to try it and see if it worked. I didn't get to taste it, but Chrissy said it was good. I told her to eat it. I like peaches anyway. I got a big old bag of blueberries in there. I'll probably end up giving them to the grandson when he comes up and let him take them home with him. That way he can stain up the kitchen down there. I had like 8 bags of them, mine, and I made some jelly. Well, Chrissy made some jelly and I made some jam. You know, like I'm gonna poison you. There ain't no hogs around here. Can't get rid of the evidence. Do like they do down in West Virginia, drop you in a mine shaft somewhere. Or let the hogs eat you. Man, there's some wind coming through here. I'm gonna have to get the stuff out and seal all this up. I'm gonna put me a flapper on the double doors, that way no air get in there. If I put rubber up there, I can overlap one door to the other, and if I need to get in and it froze, smack it with a hammer, it'll come loose. Or you can use Pam and spray Pam on it. Put a little oil on there. Yeah, who else would I have to complain at me for doing something? That's why I'm up walking around. I have to push myself to get healed up. She tells me I can't do that. Shouldn't be doing that. You shouldn't be doing that. Well, yeah, I gotta do it so I can get to walking again. She did finally get me to quit smoking. I got tired of hearing it. It wasn't easy. It was so bad I jumped out on a guy in Chillicothe for blowing his horn. I don't do nothing, Jimmy. I never did. I never had going out kind of life as a teenager. I run around a little bit, but going to concerts and all that, if you want to call going to a bar and watching a band play, like over at what was over in Lancaster, Desert Rose or something like that, and I got to see Sammy Kershaw and Randy Travis in concert up in Columbus. I was about ready to take out the first three rows. Sammy was getting ready to throw his guitar, and I was about ready to run and grab and be a football player. I might have ended up in the hospital that night, but I would have got the guitar. While I'd be laying there in pain, I'll say, sign it, sign it. How many women, Jimmy, you see it crawl under a van and change the transmission with you? I was out of the yard, they just didn't know nothing about it. Tore a chunk out of my finger out the front on that motorcycle. Now at school, I didn't take no crap. Somebody starts something, I finished it. And that goes for the teacher too. I got into a fight in the lunchroom. I was slapped this boy and grabbed him. Gonna shove him in the trash can, upside down. Teacher grabbed me and put his hand in my face and shoved me back on the table. I turned into a pit bull. I started chewing. He didn't have his hand there very long. I got in trouble. And that's the way I want my grandkids to be. I don't want them to start no trouble, but I don't want them to sit there and wimp out and take all the punishment and stuff. I raise my boy, hey, somebody start something with you, you tell the teacher. That don't work, then deal with it. I told the littlest one that when he was real little. He picked up a pipe and was going to lay out his brother one day. Good thing I caught him. I might have should have put it in different words. That's right, Bray, listen to me. Peanut. I watched that boy all the time. He was real little, toughen him up. He go whining around. I tell him, quit being a sissy. You hurt yourself out in the yard, get up, walk it off. You'll be all right. Don't be like that. Only bad thing is he's still whining all the time. I gotta figure a way to break him with that. These women's making him get soft. But that's what works when he's at home to get what he wants. If he doesn't long enough, there's two things that's going to happen. He's either going to get it, or Mama's going to be mad and tear his butt up. Man, I tell you, where them deer's running, they ain't no snow or nothing. Heck of a path up through there. Yeah, it would look like they would come in since they didn't get in here last night. It seemed like to me that they would walk in today. But I could be wrong. It could have been the neighbor's dog up there the other night. I don't know. I need to get some money and get some batteries to go on my other camera and set it up there. You better watch Buck Williams. They end up coming in here. I won't shoot no doe, man. Our population's that bad, Jimmy. But now there's a big one out here that didn't have no antlers on it the other night. I'm pretty sure it was a buck. Because that little one was there and he kind of like poked his chest out, reared up a little bit and then dropped his head. And that little one took off away from the corn pile. So I kind of figured it might have been a buck. I hope it ain't the 12 because if he comes in, he's shot. That 12, if that's what it was, he made a nice deer this coming year. I got a lot of work to do. And if Bub's going to hunt next year, he's going to have to help me clean this up right here and sow some seed. We're only allowed one buck too. But if you read your rules online, it says any buck with 3-inch or smaller antlers is considered a doe. If you still had that, Chris, I'd have you posted in there. But if you go back and watch some of my lives, you see I have more deer in here than normal. It said any deer with less than 3 inches is considered a doe. That's what the book said, or the online laws. I know they changed the book. There's no sunset table in there no more. Which I think that's kind of bad because there's people out there that don't got cell phones, they ain't got internet. Of 13 great people, appreciate everybody coming in. Watching the birds, chat, and waiting on a deer or coyote to pass through. I like to have 2 more cameras. Actually, I put one down by the creek. A lot of tracks down that way too. Hey Lisa, welcome in. Thank you. Yeah, it's kind of weird, just a few minutes difference. See what this phone's up to. 17%. It's not charging. What in the world? Oh, let me try a different plug. Unplug the speaker. It's showing it's charging now. It made a noise. And it's showing it on live too. It's got a red light on it, so I'm assuming it's charging. Yeah, I figure about 10 after to play it safe. See if this will work in this. Kind of loose. But guess I'm gonna unplug this and plug my other one back up. That way my phone will have a charger on it. Jimmy's in Lawrence County, I believe. Where in the world is that? There we go. 66%. Only thing I can say is we can run the speaker until it dies. Once it dies out, then I won't be able to call no fox or no coyote. I've not got that set right. Be able to see that hillside a little better. Come on, set up there. There we go. I figured you'd like that look, lady. You can see where they're going up and down the hill now, right there. There's two spots. It's like a V. Actually, it's right at the edge of the windowsill. Yeah. It kind of goes at an angle there, and then the one back this way at the bottom there's another one that goes up almost straight up the hill in the V. See it right there? One's right in behind that tree, and the other one's on the left. I did behind the building here. Stepped off that bottom step. When all that snow was on, it was soft water. Thank God. If it had been hard water, I'd have hurt myself. I tore some ground up on a 750 Yamaha. I just painted. I lowered the shocks down that lowered the foot pegs and stuff. Went down the yard and turned and started to come back up. When I goosed it, it squatted a little bit and caught a ground mole hole. And over the handlebars I went, I looked like the white buffalo. I hurt myself that day. Mom and Dad was here. I played it off. I just couldn't reach out and grab a cup of coffee. My side was hurting so bad. I had a big old bruise on it. It scared my uncle. He was going to buy the motorcycle, and it scared him. He backed out of it. That's why I dropped the shocks so he could touch the ground. I've rode motorcycles and never, I ain't even got a motorcycle license. Yeah, I did too. I went from an Enduro 100. I went up the hill. It, it kind of stalled on me because I was in the wrong gear, and well, it was steep enough to where you just couldn't stop on the side. And I come down, and when I did, it turned, throwed me off right into a multiple rose thicket and a bunch of red ants. And the other one was when I got that YZ100 racer. I goosed it down in the yard, and she took a hold, so it set me on my face, and the bike kept going in a wheelie. Hit the corner of the trailer with the handlebars. Why not? We could tell your training days. Y'all should have seen her. A buddy of mine brought over a little, I think it was a 175 Enduro. He put some rings in it and everything. And was teaching her how to ride. And, yeah, buddy. She went around the house in Columbus, and next thing I know, I heard her hollering. I go around there. She's up the steps, mind you. The bike tires is on the door, and it's sitting there bouncing. And she's standing there holding the bike. But yet she got on that custom 900 Honda Goldwing that the guy built. He cut the frame and done all this, put boxes, fairing, and all that on it. She got on there and rode it good. And them little three wheelers, yeah, I ran up the back of my leg. with one of those trying to learn first time I was on it. I put a bike back together. I brought it home, bought it and brought it home in a big old kettle and buckets. I gotta get a mag or a rectifier for a Honda 500. It's okay. Everybody messes up when they first start out. Nobody ever hops on a bike and become perfect. They had one wreck anyway. If they didn't, they wouldn't. There's no sense of trying to ride if you ain't had one wreck when you first start. I've rolled a four-wheeler and everything else. Yeah, that wind slacked up a little bit. It ain't too bad. I'll check that phone again here in a minute and see if it's charging. I get up about $60. I'll buy that one caller Troy sent me the link to the other day. And then I'll put 50 more with it later on and get me a decoy. Yeah, I had a 250 Yamaha. Went up the holler and went to turn it in the creek. Went down into the creek and turned. It didn't turn, it kept going straight, even with the wheel turned. I guess that's one of the ones you got to slide the back end around. I don't know, but it had to giddy up and go. I popped it down there in the car lot down there at Don Thompson's. They got the wrong price on it. I ended up walking out of there with $100 and some helmet, oil, topped off everything, gloves. Got it all for $1,200. That was a fast little bike. It took a minute to start because of the compression. You gotta have the power. Or sometimes it's good to have it and not need it, and need it and not having it is a bad thing. I bought that 400 Suzuki out there, four-wheeler. Man, I tell you what, I've worked it, I've rode it, and I ain't had too much trouble out of it other than a battery or a starter. Carburetor started boogering up a little bit. Had to use the choke. And I started running some of that seafoam to it, and it cleared it up. If y'all need a starter or alternator, check out Discount Starter and Alternator online. They usually have pretty good deals on that and give you a year warranty on some things. I know my starter on that one was like 270 bucks new or 170 rebuilt. I got a hold of them. It was like $58, and it was sitting here at my door in 3 days and had a year warranty with it. I couldn't pass that up. It was a good deal. I work on a little bit of everything. Got a lot of traffic today going up and down the road. Heard that. I put a KZ1000 together. It backfired, caught on fire, and I put it out. And had the shim ricochet off the wall, smacked me in the side of the head. I got mad, loaded it up, and took it to Joe Sharpie on 23. Sold it and bought me a daggone fish finder. And come to find out, that bike was worth $1,000 just sitting there, running or not, because it was the long frame edition. It was a luxury bike. But I did get it back together enough to backfire. Had the timing off a little bit. That's just like his 500 I got, the guy I got it off of. I traded a 71 Le Mans for it. And I took that back rear brake assembly apart, took the cover off of it. Man, there was mud caked in there and everything. I had to clean all that up. It took me 2 days to get the foot pedal to work on the brake. I had to take all kinds of stuff off and work with it. Finally got it working. Bought brakes, put on there. I can't get the front ones bled, but they're seem like they're working a little bit now. I guess there must have been an air in the line or something. But that's a bad little four-wheeler too. They had high-rise tires on it, and rims. I got them in the garage. I put factory rims back on it. And that XR100 is a pretty decent little bike too. Yeah. I was working on that Le Mans, and every time I'd lay down on my back on that concrete in the garage to work on it, I got deathly sick, man, got nauseated. Rolled over, everything got blurry. I don't know what was going on, dude. But that's what made me trade it, because I've never been able to get it back together. I had it running, it was drivable and everything. I was doing some undercoating. Gas tank was brand new. It was undercoated from the rear end all the way back real good. I was doing the body work on it. Had the original 6-cylinder in it. I was going to use it for just a runaround car. Maybe take it to a show or two. There wasn't hardly any dope in it at all. But I was welding in thicker metal than what was supposed to have been in the fender wells. That way it took longer to rust back out. I'm by all no means, I'm no welder, but I can get it to hold, get it to stay in there, I grind it down, it's good to go. I was doing pretty good on that. Not a professional. That's like his van, that 96 Dodge van I got out here. Needs a piece of metal between the wheel wells. I should be able to pull $2,500 out of a van that's running that you can jump in and drive, you know. I think it's got 4 captain chairs on it. I actually thought about taking one of those out and building me a pedestal and putting it in the house for a computer chair. It'd be comfy. I did have one out of a car I made to take fishing with me. Built me a 2x4 frame and bolted it to it. I get where I'm going fishing. I pull it out of the truck and set it on the ground. I got me a chair to sit in. It was nice and comfy. I set the hook on that 12-foot rod. You go rolling backwards. Yeah, it's a full size, man. Hey, Hill Jack, buddy, where you been? You feeling better? No, you see my videos, you know I ain't no poacher. I won't shoot after a certain time. I got a video short out of that deer I got this year. One of them. We're trying for deer number 2. No, I'm not a poacher. I really don't like poached eggs or anything like that. Oh man, that's rough. I have to stand up a minute. Oh, man, getting old, getting stiff. These camping chairs ain't the greatest to use. I need a new office chair. Let's see what it looks like out this way. Nose of milk. Then again, it could have been a piece of ice that deer ran from the other night, but he would have come back. I mean, if it was something like that. Yeah, the money ain't nothing to play with. I'm supposed to be on oxygen while I'm out here when I do things. Can't wear oxygen and split wood. Can't track a deer on oxygen either. Can't let them shut me down like that. I can't quit hunting. It's in my blood. Yeah, that's what I kind of figured. It happened night before last, because yesterday I put this out about 12 or 1 o'clock, and nothing come in at all last night. So I'm thinking maybe he ran them off. I don't know. But when he went out of here, you blinked your eye and he was gone. I swear that deer is white as a thermos. It was tall. And that was I think that was the 10 point. No, it was the big 8. I ain't seen the 10 point in a while. Hey, off the hook, welcome in. Think our coyote come back, buddy. The big 8 point raised his head up the other night. I was watching him out the window, and I think he was winding. I wasn't for sure, but man, he took off out of here. He went down through that field, and that's the last I seen of him. Ain't nothing come in last night. Didn't get nothing on the trail cam or nothing. Y'all need any soft plastics or anything? Worms, Mr. Twisters, stuff like that, get a hold of Ted. He can hook you up. He makes that stuff. He also got some deer scent called Jinxum. He's tried it. He's used it. He said it's real good. I need to get me some batteries and set up my other cam. I don't know if I got an extra one or not. I know I got 2. If I got a third one, I'm going to put it down by the creek. See what I can catch on. I'm going to have to start getting rid of these coyotes around here. I normally would see a fox on my cam, but I ain't seen one of them lately either. So I'm assuming the coyotes might have been wiping them out. I ain't seen no coon. Oh wow, I hate to hear that. I hope it ain't nothing bad, man. Hopefully y'all get to healing up. I eat a lot of peppers. Matter of fact, I might eat another one when I go in the house. I eat, we stuff peppers with sauerkraut, put them in a jar and can them. Hot peppers, bananas, they're pretty good. I mean, I get them out and get me 4 or 5 crackers. I'll sit there and eat one of those. Or I'll be cooking and use a lot of jalapenos. I got 2 rabbits here, look, lady. I seen one of them yesterday back there behind the brush, I seen him cross over to the right, but it's not right. Normally they'd be up here eating, but we ain't got many. The coyotes has really got it messed up here between that and what fox was running around here. And wish I could bring Ted up on panel. If he wanted to come up, I'd bring him up, but I don't know how to do all that, and I don't think YouTube will let you now. Yeah, that's it, just two of them. We only had one, and I don't know where the other one come from. Hopefully it's a pair and they can breed and have babies. Maybe we can get some more coming in here. I mean, the hawks do enough taking them out. And there's the dove. I wonder where his buddy's at. I can't believe people shoot them doves to eat them. They ain't much to them. My own personal opinion, I wouldn't waste a shell on them. There ain't enough there for it. You get $20, $30 a box of shells, and you miss 4 or 5 times, you in trouble. They ain't $20 or $30 worth of meat there. That's why I deer hunt and stuff like that. I use a bow. I can refletch all the arrows I got and all that. Yeah, every 28 days they have babies. I used to raise rabbits. Yeah. Pellet gun and a bag of corn. You got $8 in it. 12 tops for your pellets. uh, but be my luck, I'd shoot one, a coyote or something come in, or a hawk, and grab it and go. Here I go, starting to yawn already. Guess that's what happens when you're up and down all night. I'll hook that winch on there and I'll pull them grapevines out of that tree. Over there. I need to get me another winch. Yeah, just the breast meat. I've ate it. It's not bad. A buddy of mine, they went out and got a bunch of them over on the farm. It's not bad. You don't get much. I mean, it's more like if you cut it in half, you'd have 4 pieces, and you could put it on a cracker or something, or make you a small sandwich. I mean, it's not too bad. I seen Mike Cole was getting ready to get his knee surgery. Hope everything goes good for him. Yeah. I'll tell you what, I thought I could eat when I was younger. I got 2 pheasants. I told Dad, I said I could eat both of those. He goes, you'd be lucky to eat one. And he was right. The meat's so good and rich. Pheasant's good. I want to say it's like chicken, but it ain't. Oh man, we're ate up with cardinals around here. Aaron's got North Carolina bird watchers. I guess I'm called the Ohio bird watchers, huh? Old Dale Hayslip. Gonna have to get with him and do some fishing up there this year. Get my pontoon going. Tow it up there. Need to jerk the tires and rims off of there and grease the axle up, put it back on. I'm thinking about fixing an aluminum ladder on there for a set of steps to go up the front of it. Fix it to where I can put it on a trailer, you know. That better? The snow's slowly melting, but it's still on the hillside up there. I thank God my water didn't freeze up. I ain't been able to get down on my knees and do any kind of work at all. It hurts so bad. I put knee pads on. I got down on with the hot water tank and it hurt. I mean, it really hurt. But it wasn't like it was when I dumped that scooter in the front room or fell on the floor and they're backing into the kitchen with a stove on the dolly. Getting up from there hurt. I got holders. The one on the left is facing east. East is to the right. North is straight in front of you. It gets the morning sun. Matter of fact, here it gets morning sun and almost clear up to evening. It takes a while for the sun to go down. He's already trying to mushroom hunt. You'd be lucky to find a mushroom around here. The guy I used to live down at the end of the field, he went up there. He found one mushroom, was probably about the size of a dime, and he was gone for 4 hours. Well, this same hill here, it goes down about, I'll say maybe 500 feet, and there's a holler that goes up through there. They ain't a mushroom one on that hillside. Got 10 great people in here. Appreciate all y'all watching, hanging out. 13 thumbs up. I'll get watch hours sooner or later. No, nobody around here's hitting it. Ain't none of these boys here close by hunting. Now you go down the road a little ways, you might find a few. I don't know if I can climb the hills or not anymore. I might be restricted. I'll take my time, I probably could. I'll know here in a little bit. Weather breaks. I got some ramps planted up on the hill here. If they're still going, I planted those, oh man, probably 9 years ago. Mr. Duggar, welcome in, buddy. My little alien friend. Now, something done scared him off the other night, Duggar. There wasn't nothing on the camera last night. Think that coyote's back. He come down here, I'll try to give him some lead poison. Mr. Duggar, I just found out just a little bit ago, Chrissy's hotter than a billy goat in a pepper patch. Miss Evil Knievel. She give a new meaning back then to DoorDash. That might have been where they come up with it. Yeah. Yeah, I need one of them decoys and a little bit better caller than what I got set up here. I know a boy, I want to say he's west of Chillicothe. He coyote hunts. He does pretty good. I just ain't got no open fields and stuff like that to go. Don't have a big rifle to be able to do it. To do them places. I couldn't really tell you where all my stuff is that I had years ago. I got cassette tapes of rabbit, squilling for fox and all that. I got gray fox, pups. I run copies off of my buddies. I run several copies off, passed them out to some boys so they could have a set. Yeah, I ain't got none of that. I'd love to have one. I'd like to have one with a silencer, that way it don't make a whole lot of noise, you know what I mean? Yeah, big money. You're talking a good 6 grand easy for the silencer. I tried the potato on 22, it don't work. I tried the 2 liter pop bottle notched out and stuck on the 357. It don't work. I like to have one that goes, and that's it. That's military grade there, I guess. I've seen guys make some out of Oak Ridge. Welcome in. Appreciate you stopping by. Now we're waiting. We don't know if it's going to be a coyote or a deer today because 2 nights ago I seen a 10-point buck bust out of here and hit the field, and he was looking up on the hill, and we do have a coyote problem down here. I ain't seen him in a long time, and there wasn't nothing at all come in last night. I got cameras up, but we do got some bucks running around here. No horns. I got one about 3 or 4 days ago. Got a short up of it. Yeah, that's what I kind of figured. Uh, I'll tell you what, Oak Ridge, look me up on Facebook and shoot me a message, or you can go to my about page on YouTube, and my email's in there. You can send me an email. I'll try to get you some business up, buddy. Always looking to help somebody out, you know what I mean? I'd love to learn how to do the taxidermistry stuff. I was working on a coon pelt years ago. I was doing pretty good, you know, salting it, scraping it down. I was doing the old-fashioned way. And daggone, I moved and I left. It was hanging in the basement going down the steps. Whoever felt that, I bet they was flipping out. I'm up here in southeast Ohio, outside of Chillicothe. I know people all around, you know. Do you do catfish and stuff like that too? I want to take this year. I got this last deer I got. I want to do a European mount, and I want to take the tail and I want to split it, get the bone out, scrape it, and use that tannet stuff on it, and try to preserve it that way, and I'll make me like a decorative fly swatter out of it. This is the first deer I got to keep in 3 years. I was sick for 2. The last one I got was a 13 point and had to throw it away. I had an infection. And I just got out of the hospital with 2 blood infections, and I didn't want to chance it. So I had to throw 125 pounds of meat away. Broke my heart. That we could have, the meat probably could have help me recover from my injuries and stuff. All that protein. Sitting here talking about it makes me want to thaw out, so I'm gonna make a big pot of chili. I don't got much hamburger, I don't think. I gotta check it. I laid mine down on cookie sheets in bags and flattened them out and froze them. Yeah, you seen that, didn't you, look, lady? That was a good buck. I put my hamburger in there in about 3 pound portions in a gallon bag, flattened it out, laid it on a cookie sheet. I didn't stack it, I set it in there because if you stack it, it don't freeze fast enough or something. Not, yeah, in the evenings. It took me a while to get their times to where they're backed up enough to where they'd be legal. And I got one the other day. I was lucky to get him. We got a deer population drop here real bad. I only got like 3, maybe 4 does tops that come in all year. The rest of them's been like $5. $5 to $6 is all we had. Now I put some scent out, and we got a couple extra bucks come in that I've never seen. They still come in. The biggest one so far is a 12 point, and I don't know if he lost his antlers or not. That might have been him the other night in here. But yeah, we got at one point when I first started doing lives, we've had deer come in here, does and bucks. We'd have like 8 show up, sometimes 5. The does would bring their babies in. I've watched a couple of them grow up, lose their spots. They don't pay no attention to me. Got 15 great people in. Appreciate you all. 16 thumbs up. Trying to get this channel to grow a little bit since I've been down. Been pretty bad off there. I pretty much died, actually. Just now getting back on my feet. 2 new knees. I can wear them out now. Got to work on the boat, get it back together. Got a lot of stuff on my plate to do. Oh man, spaghetti would be good with some deer meat in it. Oh, come on, man. Oh man, they ain't overpopulated here. That disease blowed through here supposedly wiped out all the deer, but that's what they're trying to feed people, so it was stagnated water and all that. Here, if the water goes down, you ain't got none. The only thing I can come up with is the chemicals they're spraying on these fields is what my theory is, because deer eat it at a different stage and they use different chemicals at a different stage. So therefore, yeah, a long period of eating the tops off the corn and stuff, yeah, it may cause problems with deer eventually. But they say it's not that. But it's like this in life. When you're paying a big chunk of money out, you can keep people quiet. They can use the most dangerous stuff you want on our food, and they won't say nothing about it. I was on my way to town one day, out 35, went and did what I needed to do, started to get back on 35. I looked over in this field. Here's a septic tank people down there with their truck emptying it out on this cornfield. I was like, you got to be kidding me. They're spreading septic stuff all over this field. Now you know that's not right. So therefore, whatever's eating that corn, if it's a cow, then it gets butchered. Then whoever eats all that cow is eating what that corn was in. I mean, ain't that the way diseases start? Wouldn't the germ be in it? I don't know. But to me, it just didn't sound right. I know I planted some green onions where I had my chickens one time, the nitrogen, and that made them warm. It opens your nose up. Them would have been good chili onions, or tacos, or taco salad onions. Hey, I wonder what that would taste like with some taco this evening. I can't remember if I made any or not. I think I just used regular store burger. I ain't sure. No, it don't. I mean, if you got a germ, can it possibly go into that type of stuff? Because I know if you want to get rid of stuff on the garden, like your cabbage and all that, you put eggshells down under it, and then worms crawl across it and cuts them. But I also heard a buddy of mine tell me, save your pepper juice and spray it on your cabbage, and it keeps bugs off of it too. But it makes your cabbage a little warm. Gives it a warm flavor. Well, I'm not worried about that. I mean, I've never had a warm tasting cabbage or coleslaw, but it does sound pretty good. He said he sprays his tomatoes and all that with it. I just ain't had enough stuff together to try it out. If that's the case, why couldn't you mix in some cayenne pepper and some water and spray? It might be the same. I don't know. Or maybe it's the vinegar the peppers was canned in. Looks like it's getting about that time. It's getting there. Old bushy tail come walking through, he won't get it. But I ain't gonna lie to you, these deer are spooky this year. They really are. And the coyotes is the only thing I can figure. A little Dawn dish soap to keep it stuck to it. Now I know if you add vinegar and salt and Dawn, it's 5:38 right now. Yeah, Dawn, salt, and vinegar will kill weeds. I'm gonna try it this year with my bees. I got some lemongrass I gotta plant too to draw bees in. I gotta set up my beehive stand out there somehow to where I can do everything off from the ground. I can't stand on no daggone hill no more. I'm gonna take a ladder and about 16 block and stack it up, set the ladders on it, and then set my hives on top of the ladder. I do got some aluminum ladders for sale, look lady. Got some nail guns. I got roofing equipment I can sell. If somebody's interested in any of that, get a hold of me. I'll make them a good deal on it. I got 2 pieces of equipment out there. It's over $800 a piece, like brand new. And I ain't asking that. Somebody showed me probably, oh, I never had it with just lemongrass. Somebody showed me about 800 bucks, they could walk away with all of it. I got a bunch of stuff to sell, bud. Somebody showed me about $2,500 they could drive that van away with everything in it. There's a lot of old cassette tapes. There's DVDs in there, I believe. All right, everybody, appreciate it. Well, the reason I don't do that, I ain't got tables for one. Oh, them indoor places, I don't trust them, Dale. They got 23 South Flea Market. If you set your stuff in there and they only open on the weekends, you don't know who's in there during the week. Ashley, welcome in, sis. I thought you was gonna make us some tater tots. I'll tell you what, Ashley, you know anybody that's into antique furniture, I've got some. I got a pecan chest out there. I got some end tables. I think I got 2 lamps out there. I got mirrors. I got shelving. I got old pictures. I don't know how much they're worth. Got old records. I got a bunch of tools I ain't made it to yet, but I got power saws, circular saws. I'd let go cheap. I don't know what all. I've got stuff out there I ain't made it to yet. I also got a bunch of baby dolls. Okay. I don't have no table. I got a bunch of Avon stuff out there, NASCAR stuff, baseball cards. Heard that. Well, that pecan chest out there don't need hardly anything. Maybe some knobs, but that ain't nothing, you know. You're more than welcome anytime, girl. I gotta get my garage cleaned out so I can have room to work. I even got a parts thing, yeah. What do you call it? Nuts and bolts and stuff, man. I got one of them made out of metal. It's got K&M on it or something like that. See if somebody can use that, 25 bucks. And all them old antique dolls, $500 dolls, somebody showed me 250, it's gone. I got some little Shirley Temple doll, got 2, 3 of those. Got a little Chrissy doll out there, Tumbelina, a Thumbelina, and shoot, I don't know what the name of them is, but it's a pair of little boy and little girl in a sailor's outfit. I got Coppercraft. You ever heard of that? I got a big old box of it. The two uh, war guys out there was like $75 a piece. I got a bunch of that stuff. Oh, it was back in the 80s. It was real popular and real expensive. Mom bought a whole bunch of that stuff. Got pictures of pheasants flying. It's a little wall plaque. It's kind of cool. I don't know. Look, lady, I ain't got through all of them yet. I'm probably going to have to throw some of them away because they're dirty, unfortunately. I got one Cabbage Patch in there. I got a Barbie in there. These are things off the top of my head. I got some of them ones in the Western outfits. Um, I even got the Cabbage Patch papers on other dolls, but I don't have the dolls. My brother's, well, my mom, after I took care of my mom and she died, I brought my stuff home. When I went back up the next day, my brother changed the locks on the door, so I couldn't really do anything. And a lot of them sat in the basement. A lot of them weren't. So there's probably about $6 grand or so or more of dolls in that basement that we couldn't get. But he wanted to be greedy, and his girlfriend took and give them out, sold a bunch of stuff. They took mom's jewelry before she died. And that's why I was there taking care of her. They come in while I had mom at the hospital and stole her jewelry box. I ain't got nothing for none of them. But after mom died, I'm considered a bad person because I'm supposed to be greedy, but we see who's greedy, you know? But that's okay. It'll all come back eventually. Yes, it does. Mom had bought two of everything, that way we'd have one each. And his buddies, I don't know, told him a bunch of stuff, like I was going to take the place up there in Columbus. And being honest with you, where I live at right now, you could give me free living and the rest of my life in a security complex, and I own it all. I hate Columbus. I don't even like Ohio. That's why I moved down here in the country. If it was left up to me, I'd be in West Virginia somewhere, you know? Back up a holler. I don't even like going to the doctor, and it's in Columbus. And she knows it too. And I think she lives, oh man, I really want to say she lives in the country. I'm not sure, I can't remember. Yeah, I've been in Cincinnati. I used to deliver down there to Budweiser place out there off of 71. I can't think the name of the place, but if somebody would say it, I would know it. All right, girl. Appreciate you coming in. Yeah, ain't much happening right now. It's getting close though. I'll have to mute my mic when I go to calling. No, it wasn't Hollyberg. I'm thinking it was right off of 71 when I got off there. I think what was I had to go on the outer belt there just a little ways. It was a Budweiser place down there I delivered to. Where you at, dear? Yeah, I think it was 275. I think when I got off the ramp, I went up and made a right, and then went down there and made another right and went back in there, and there was a Budweiser building back here. I dropped off some Budweiser, picked up some empties. That wasn't a bad place to work, but I didn't make enough money there. I was driving for Warner, and I found out a few things, and I got out of that company and went somewhere else. There are a couple of good companies out there back when I was driving. One of them is McLeod out in Decatur, Illinois. They're a good company. That's family-owned business there. And Del Monte was a good place I worked. It was pretty good. I left Decatur, Illinois to come back to Columbus to work at PDQ because one of my ex-bosses bought the company and tried to pull them out. And I sold everything to come there, and then while I was in orientation, they gave my job to another driver. I didn't like that. They talked me into taking a run out to PA. Well, it was like 30 miles from Jersey, out there at the Kmart. I said, it's there and back, right? Yeah. I get out there and drop the load. Then they want to try to find me a load back, and it was like over in Kentucky or somewhere, and then back. No, we ain't playing that game, bud. I had my boy with me, and I didn't have my CPAP machine, no way to run it or nothing with me. It was supposed to have been there and back. I was going to drive there and drive all the way back. I took me a nap. My boy watched me sleep. I got up. They didn't have me a load. I said, well, I need a comm check so I can make it through the night. And I comm checked it all right. I filled the truck up and headed straight back to Columbus. I walked in, handed the keys to the desk guy. I said, here you go. I probably won't have a job come Monday. Here's the paperwork. I walked in Monday and I went straight into, what is that? They call a safety coordinator or whatever. I told them, hey man, it was like this. It was a safety issue. I didn't have nothing there. They told me it was there and straight back. So I milked the clock for over a week, 8 hours a day, and got paid. Got me another job. I hear somebody out there with something shifting gears. It might have been Monstellar. What the heck? Oh yeah, that was a nice ending, alright. Oh, here comes a squirrel. Yeah, I walked in there last day. I looked at him, I said, I guess I'm fired in. He said, no. So I went to the safety guy. That's what's kept my job. I swear, it sounds like an old truck revving up down there. He might have that old, might have an old rhino down there or something there. He's playing with. It's hard to say with them old boys. He buys all kinds of stuff and fixes them, resells them. He's a good boy though. I'd rather see him do that and do some of the stuff these boys do. Him and his brother come down here and turn the water on for me one night, waiting to see if there's any leaks. Oh yeah, yeah. Your road's only like 125 yards away to the right, but he was he was down a good 500,000 feet behind me. When I had my pop up, I was out here. He's down there running the four wheeler. These deer didn't even pay no attention to him. They got used to the sound. Yeah, it's just like us over at my buddy's farm. We'd be sitting out there talking, they just come walking by like a dog. Kept right on going. It's 5:58. back that way either. It might take a couple of days for them to come back in. I think I see one way down there. But it could be a patch of weeds too. Yeah, something like that, 610. I don't even know if I can shoot this 22. Might not have enough light. I could be close. Yeah. Then you gotta add in all the other crap. My eyes ain't the best of reading up close. I wear reading glasses because sometimes the print just ain't big enough. But I can see a deer. Don't have no problem shooting one of those at 50 yards, but I'm trying to look through a bunch of thickets that's down through there hanging out. It could be a bunch of leaves out on the end of a briar bush. I really don't know if I should try to call or not. Heard that. Now I can see a good distance away if there ain't a bunch of crap in the way. Out there at the lake, I could spot them bobbers way out yonder. It's sticking up about 3 inches above the water. Dale, they was back here by the time I got back in the house after I hung that up and Phil dressed him into the wheelbarrow. I come back in the house, washed my hands, sat down in bed and looked out there and there was 3 out here fighting. running each other off. I couldn't believe it. And there, Chrissy picked up on the camera one year that I walked up through the field right there where that opening is right there. It goes off to the right. I come through there and walked past the barn here and went down towards the creek. She said it wasn't even 5 minutes and a deer started walking up behind me from where I come. So he was following me. There's some crazy things, man. I'm debating on where I should try to call for a fox or not. I mean, a coyote. If there are deer trying to come back, I don't want to spook them away. But then again, you know, if they ain't here, then I ain't gonna hurt nothing. Huh, yeah. You would? Okay. Well, then you heard it from her. Just wait. That'll give me time to get an actual call or two. Alright. That's what I'll do now. Check this phone out. It's still charging. 18%, guys. This phone's done. I cannot believe that. It's been charging all that time. I ain't even been on it. Yeah. Oh, come on. Oh, pretty good, Dale. Just be careful, man. Yeah, true. That screaming of a rabbit and all that may mess with them pretty good. Got to kill one burner on that. Oh, get up, uncock this thing because I know time's up. I'm gonna see if my decoy is unstuck from the ground. If it is, I'll fire off a couple shots and see if it's okay. Appreciate everybody coming in, hanging out tonight. That's right. One comes in, it's done. I'm gonna try to ease out this door and get up on the porch and look around on the hillside. Appreciate everybody coming in, hanging out with me. Definitely means a lot. We'll see what we can do tomorrow, maybe. Who knows? I might wait a day or two. It really depends. Just look out, see if I go live or not. Take care, everybody. Dale, you get down this way, bud, be careful. Roads are still good shape. Y'all have a blessed day, blessed night. Stay warm. God bless, and we'll see you on the next one.